Well, since it's taking so long, it's time to pack, dip, and spit. Alright, now we gotta go back to the starting island. I came here so I
Do
had
you know how
somewhere
long I've been looking for you?
to rest while we went I logged off air so we could do our mount every day, even when I wasn't going to play on here. But hold on, we got to do some of this surround sound here. That's the only thing bad, if you're running surround sound and you walk past someone like that woman that just talked, she'll blow your eardrums out.
But didn't you know that Stuga's been looking for you?
Who?
Stuga?
I didn't know he was looking for me. Some woman
Do you know
been
how
looking
long
for
they've
me.
been looking for you?
Yeah, it was some woman.
Yeah, her name was Stuga. She's the Orsinian person, and she's there in all of the major cities waiting for you and saying how long they've been waiting to look for you.
I just want to
What
stab her
quest
in
is
the
she a part of?
throat.
She's the introduction to Orsinium.
She's awful. I hate her.
She's awful.
Alright,
You should be able to turn off like main quests, prompts.
I think it's actually a side quest. The first time you hear, that should be enough. Then you could go find her if you want to talk to her.
Yeah.
But every big city you go to, come on. But yeah, I'm going to switch channels, so I ain't bothering you guys. I'm doing my stream.
Okay.
But I'll catch up with you guys later. I'm going to do a few missions and then switch back over my main character.
Okay.
Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. I forgot I was in guild chat. That was some of the members of the guild I'm in. So for future reference in this conquest that we're doing, this little Let's Play series, we're going to be doing every side quest and all the main missions in the game. We're going to go for 100% complete, so this is going to be a long series. Especially since I get distracted and I have other characters that I work on and play. Let's go back in the city here. See, I can't remember if there was a quest back here somewhere or not. Yeah, there it is.
Please, someone, we need help. There's an armiger injured on the road outside Seydanin. So much blood. They need help. I'm not exactly sure. The buoyant armiger was accompanying Canon Valasa on a mission for Lord Vivek, but something terrible must have happened. Canon Valasa sent me to find help. She's on the road just outside of Seydanin. Will you help them?
Yeah, we'll go fight. Alright, which way we heading? Okay. We're going to need to go down the road here.
What?
Yeah! We're going to try to keep our eye out for resources and things. We don't have any keen eye yet, so we actually have to pay attention and look. Nope, that ain't it. Thought those were the other ones. we got here? Oh, you kill this thing, it gives you poultry. Oh, white meat. That's when I killed, gave me poultry. We're not ready to fight this troll, but we need this. I can't remember if there's a stable here or not. There is no stable. We'll go in here and get the way shrine. I had the wrong quest, by the way. This, where you talk to hooded figure there, it's supposed to be after you leave the starting island. But because I left to go, do that other quest, or to get my mounts up there, it automatically switched to that quest, gave me that quest. So you don't have to play your starting island at all. You can just go right into the main story. We really need to find us some medium armor. Give me a minute here, I got to message him real quick. That way you don't think I'm ignoring him. Alright, back to what we were doing.
Forgive me, Outlander, but I have enough to deal with. I'm just a simple tribunal priest, and the trouble at the ancestral tomb was too much for even our buoyant armiger to deal with. I have failed Lord Vivec, and left a colleague alone at the tomb. Lord Vivek sent the three of us to seek guidance at the Andrano ancestral tomb. We were attacked when we got there, and our guard was seriously hurt. I barely got her to safety, but we failed to complete the mission Lord Vivek bestowed upon us. Canon Levoul. He remained behind after we retreated from the tomb. I know he wants to get back inside and ask Lord Vivek's questions, but there's no way he can get past the Daedra, or ask the questions on his own. May the three grant him wisdom.
Tarnisser, what's wrong? Someone help!
Why, the three! First a wounded armiger, now this!
By dawn and dusk, evil creeps through the shadows of my beloved Vardenfell. But an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Those words, what do they mean?
What happened?
Merciful Azura, the Mother Soul spoke through you. It's a miracle!
Lord Vivek, protect me! That was Azura, the Queen of the Night Sky. And you, she spoke directly to you, Outlander. I'm surprised the Daedric Prince would risk Lord Vivek's wrath to proclaim a prophecy. But she did say you were here to aid us. The Daedric Prince Azura possessed that woman and spoke through her. I've heard of such occurrences, of course, but to witness such an event... She said Azura is the cruel but wise Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk. She's one of the good Daedra, for what that's worth. But for her to speak through an innocent means something terrible is about to happen. Why else would she dare Lord Vivek's wrath? What do they teach you where you come from? Lord Vivek's a living god! Azura is merely the anticipation of Sophasil. Vivek stands as the present and the future, while Azura clearly represents Vardenfell's past. So no, they don't get along. We sought guidance in a matter that concerns Lord Vivek. I received specific questions to ask while Levoul concentrated on summoning his ancestor. The Daedra ruined those plans when they fell upon Urnsey, and we were forced to flee. Vile creatures from oblivion! You hear about an odd ghost or a nest of vampires, but never Daedra. Please, if they're still there, they'll rip Canon Levoul apart. He's definitely not a warrior. Just look at what they did to the Buoyant Armiger. The Buoyant Armigers comprise one of the military orders of the Tribunal Temple. They seek to emulate Lord Vivek's deeds through actions and words. Poor Urnsey. Those monsters went straight for her. Her blood flowed like lava from Red Mountain. Where are you from? Children learn of Red Mountain before they even taste Flynn. The mountain sits at the center of Vardenfell, periodically rumbling like a sleeping Nyx shaking its leg. Lately, however, it seems to be waking from its long slumber.
Let's take this way.
I can't let Lord Vivek down. Those monsters, it's too dangerous. What am I going to do? Did Canon Valasar send you? Oh, she did, didn't she? That means she made it to Seydanin. Vivek be praised. Will you help me complete my mission? It would be sacrilege if I don't enter my family's tomb and make Lord Vivek's inquiries. As the saints declare, the Tribunal always provides. We'll need to be cautious, however. Daedra invaded the tomb. Makes it hard to talk to one's ancestors while monsters try to eat you. I'll also need your help when we reach the summoning chamber. Take this scroll with Lord Vivek's inquiries. While I summon forth my ancestor spirit and concentrate on maintaining the connection, you must ask the questions. He insists we use the exact phrasing. We can go inside when you're ready. I've already lost precious time due to the buoyant armiger's wounds, but I suppose a few more moments won't make the volcano erupt or the moonlit fall from the sky or anything. I'm not quite sure, and it wasn't my place to ask. When your living god gives you a task, you say, "Yes, my lord." The questions seem to involve the time before the tribunal, which I assume is why we must ask them of my long-dead ancestor. A few of my contemporaries can boast of a luminary such as Farina Andrino occupying a prime branch upon their family tree. Lady Farina studied at the feet of Sotha Seal and was counted among his companions before the tribunal rose to power. Who's Sotha Seal? It's like asking who are Vivek and Almalexia. They are the tribunal, the living gods of the Dunmer. Sotha Seal is the architect of time and the binder of oblivion. If you want to know more, we can talk after we've finished. Before we go in there and face those monsters, I want you to know how much I appreciate your aid in this matter. Just don't lose the scroll that contains Lord Vivek's questions. Now come, let's call forth my ancestor. I'll open the tomb door. Follow me, but keep an eye out for those Daedra.
Alright. Seems a little shady in here.
The creatures attacked as soon as we entered the Hall of Remembrance.
Oh, that's still a little loud. Okay, we can't open that door. let's
This
see
used
what
to be
that
such a
armor
peaceful
was
place.
we picked up back
I
there.
came here as a young acolyte to meditate.
Oh, I forgot to go to the bank. We want to keep our medium on. That medium. Oh, that dude turned to ash.
You take! You take!
We're nearly there. Then we can summon my ancestor. Summoning chamber. I'll call forth my ancestor, then you can ask Vivek's questions.
Hasn't my rest been disturbed enough by those filthy Daedra? Why do you summon me, descendant?
My Lord Vivek has inquiries that only you can answer, my lady. My companion will present them with your permission.
The warrior poet? Very well. Ask Vivek's questions. Ask the warrior poet's questions, Outlander. Ah, Lord Vivek always had a way with words. Tell him to rest assured. The heart remains safe. I wonder why that concerns him. Ask the remaining questions, as my time here is short. An enemy of old, yes, but not the one that Vivek presumes.
Sotha Sil imagined multiple scenarios and contemplated endless solutions. He even experimented with his divinity, drawing energy to study before returning it. Loss will come, he foresaw, but not until the collapse of the temple. Now, back to sleep.
I hope that's what Lord Vivek needed. Let's talk outside. Thank you for helping me complete my task. Now, I need to return to Vivek City. Have you been there? Oh, it's amazing. Ziggurats rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. You should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivek. Just between us, I understood neither the questions asked nor the answers received. Not that I expected to. Some things aren't meant for mortal minds. That's another reason for you to come to Vivek City, to help me explain what my ancestors said. Excellent. I just need to make a quick stop in Seydanin to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivek City, head right to the palace and I'll meet you there. I know that Lord Vivek will want to reward you for assisting me. I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivek City, head directly for Lord Vivek's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and we can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned. Of course. As I said, the tribunal consists of our 3 living gods, Vivek, Almalexia, and Sotha Sil. They lead us in spiritual matters and rule over Dunmer society as god monarchs of the Dark Elves. I serve Vivek, but honor the entire tribunal. Unfortunately, no. The Dunmer houses bow to the tribunal, but the savage Ashlanders refuse to acknowledge their divinity. The heretics never allowed themselves to be assimilated into the great houses. Instead, they hold to primitive superstitions.
Alright, let's check out our inventory. champion points. No, okay. Oh, let's check our skills. What do we got going on? No skill points left. And some of these quests will actually grant us skill points. There's a bank up here. Where's the guy? Oh, there he is.
I could give you a song and dance.
How do they keep...
I knew all this stuff was going to be worth nothing. Another way shrine here. Oh, there it is. That's a lot of stairs. Working on the cardio today.
Praise Vivek!
This is the person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivek, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh, hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
As you say. I'll be in my office if you need me.
Step forward, friend of Lavul, and let us speak. Canon Level says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander? I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god? Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with a simple divination ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery. The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis will do as I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcanon in his office, and he'll tell you how to proceed.
This one.
The Daedric Prince. I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return.
Okay.
The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis Levul's ancestor assured me that a source of power remains safe. As for the rest, let the guess ripen in the mind, and only speak when the fruit grows certain. I require more information on these matters, hence the need for the
All the way up there, just run all the way right back down. Oh, bookshelves, you know what's up now. What's that search? Done messed up now, it's search, not steal. Oh, can't go out that door. Guess we'll talk to this guy now. We done robbed him to death. He ain't got nothing. Oh.
Ah, Outlander. Lord Vivec trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you, but who am I to question my god? I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work? Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first? Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivec. Now listen closely. Despite my objections, Vivec believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the Overseer that Lord Vivec requires the Blessing Stone. Then bring it to me in the palace. You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivec, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well. Go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy archcanon of a living god or anything.
Listen to all this stuff when you play. I just want to do the missions or I'm going to fall asleep. Get in there. Oh, I just seen someone join the stream. Welcome.
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. I'm just having one of those days. Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I, but I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters. I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea. Lord Vivec? Why didn't you say so? But I'll need your help before I can turn over the blessing stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone. I appreciate the help. Just remember that you're only borrowing the stone. It needs to be back in the consecration chamber before the next shift, or we'll never get this ziggurat constructed in time.
So much to do, so little time.
What is that stuff? And then
I thought I was going to die under there. Thanks for saving me.
Oh, there's somebody.
Thank you. I'll go tell the Overseer what you did for me.
Come on. Alright, now back to the Overseer. I guess it didn't matter, it's on the next little island.
I'm quite busy, can't you see?
Oh, okay, we're going back up to the Lord's chambers.
Praise Vivec!
The Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site, but you were able to save a few of the workers. Lord Vivec always draws the straightest arrow from the quiver. Praise the Tribunal. Did you bring the Blessing Stone? Stand over there.
Yes, I have it.
In Canon Level's absence, you will form the third corner of our ritual triangle. When you're ready, place the Blessing Stone, and we'll begin the ritual.
Alright, dude, no problem.
Hear the words of the warrior poet, and reveal the source of Lord Vivek's distress. An Ashlander? A clockwork mage? A Daedric cultist? Something interfered with the ritual, my lord. But we may have learned something. Excuse me while I compare the results to our previous research.
Let's talk to this guy.
Between the cryptic warnings of the ancestor spirit and the unexpected result of the divination ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagined. We solved the greatest mysteries by accident, I suspect. I should write that down. We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something, at least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no, not as much as I hoped.
Wow, what's up with these, images, pal?
Images that suggest avenues to investigate, riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living god and energy that fades like daylight as dusk spreads across the land.
Alright, you told me some stuff, but guess what? I don't have a clue what any of it is.
Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you.
Well, thank you for...
The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within my blessing stone get wrenched away as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it. To quote my own words as the warrior poet, no lock exists that the determined thief cannot open. Follow the trail of my missing energy, and try to discover the identity of the enemy Lavul's ancestor warned us about.
Okay, so you think one of your enemies is responsible.
Something drains my energy. Find Archcanon Tarvis in his office, and ask if he gleaned anything useful from the ritual. If not, I know his earlier research indicated new avenues to investigate. Go where he tells you, and learn what you can.
Alright.
My divine energy diminishes with every passing moment, but the ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. I regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated.
See, I'm trustworthy. That other dude probably
Yes.
thinks so.
While Archcanon Tarvis has always been cautious about ideas and ideologies that didn't originate within the Tribunal. And recently, that prudence has grown 1,000-fold. He's a faithful servant, however, despite his narrow-mindedness.
Alright, let's go check out this guy, see what's up.
I performed that ritual countless times, and it never exploded in my face before. If I discover that you sabotaged the divination... No. I shouldn't take my failure out on you. It's not your fault that things are... difficult.
What do you mean?
How do you know about... Lord Vivek told you? Of course he did. It's his prerogative, I suppose. You must swear to keep this secret, though. There would be panic in the streets if the people believed one of the tribunal was incapacitated.
Okay, I'll keep your secret.
It's true. I'm much better at scholarly pursuits than field work, and the ritual wasn't a total failure. It confirmed 3 locations from my earlier studies: Balmora, Aldrin, and Berelzar's tower. I need you to investigate each of these sites.
Okay. Alright, let's see exactly where these sites are. Oh, alright. I get lost in this city. I think it's all these islands.
Low without enough quarry stone. I know. I've had more time on than I like.
This is why I wanted to get my own banker.
Oh, don't mind.
Next time we go to that bank, I think I'm going to log off there. Or actually, we'll complete these quests. And when it sends me back to talk to somebody, that's when I'm going to log off in the stream. That way I can travel to a town like I did before. Crab's got mushrooms growing on it. Prune beetle. get something special from Dragonfly. First thing I'm going to look though, honestly, is probably going to be my Fury attack. More fat and get where you gain weight from. Oh, okay. Oh, that jump failed. Oh, it's already more. Oh, Oh, it's not ready yet. So we'll save 1 point. And we'll get, intimidate. That makes 4 points. Well, we'll go down here and put these rings.
Hail, Redoran.
Don't be crude. Tell Vonnie.
We'll let them fight that out. I think that's all we're going to get from them. Oh, it looks like it may be something. Oh,
Hold, citizen.
oh, got here.
Be wary, traveler. Pilgrims have been attacked on these roads. Should you encounter violence, don't hesitate to call on us. We're here to protect you. I hope your confidence is merited. We have our hands full with the Dreg and the Ashlanders, so rescues are in short supply. Captain Artesia Naros is at the canton of Mola Gamar. She can tell you more than I. Safe travels.
Oh, we don't want to go in there yet. There's the way shrine over here. I don't really want to bother with two in one. Keep an eye out for the chest. Oh, just a rock. Thought it was a tent from the floor. I guess we're going in here.
Oh, such displeasure and disappointment. Nothing works, even though every calculation is precise. Now an interruption. How infuriating. Wait. Sometimes the great gear turns from frustration to opportunity. Divine energy. I'll have you know I participated in Lord Sother Seal's 9 analyses of the exalted enigmas. But we have more important matters. I'm about to determine the correlation between color and time, and I could use another set of hands. A reciprocal exchange. Interesting, yes. I can see the benefits of such an arrangement. Very well. Just activate the crystals in the proper sequence while I modulate the energy flow. Less chance of an explosion that way. Smoke instead of light. Reaction I'm hoping for. No. Reset the mechanism and try again. A good start. Keep going. Not in the proper sequence. Try again. You activate the crystals. Look for pure light, not muddled. I'll modulate the energy fluctuations, make sure nothing explodes. If color confounds, good help is as rare as the legendary Last Dwemer. A good start. Keep going. Not in the proper sequence. Try again.
What's the proper sequence?
You activate the crystals. Look for pure light, not muddled. I'll modulate the energy fluctuations, make sure nothing explodes. Good help is... A good start. Keep going. No. Reset the mechanism and try again. A good start. Keep going. Smoke instead of light. The reaction I'm hoping for. No. Reset the mechanism and try again. A good start. Keep going. Not in the proper sequence. Try again. That didn't do anything good.
You know, it'd be a lot easier if you let me know what the right sequence is.
A good start. Keep going. Correct. So far, so good.
Three, maybe?
Like clockwork you are. Smoke instead of light. Not the reaction I was hoping for. A good start. Keep going. far, so good. Like clockwork you are. Close, very close. One more to go. Yes, I love it when the gears align.
Oh, that's great.
Perfect! Such are the benefits of an extra set of appendages. The energy flows freely and without disruption, allowing the rods and the pistons to align in a most pleasing manner. Thank you. Now, why do you want to know about divine energy? Scent. How intriguing. I was just thinking about my former master, Sotha Seal, and the experiments we conducted. He desperately sought to understand the power he and his companions attained, especially whether or not that power was temporary. Not while I assisted him. He had a tool that he used to drain away minute bits of his own divine energy to store and study. He could extract it and return it as he saw fit. Not sure what became of the tool, but here are my notes from those days.
Thank you. Oh, there we go. They do give you something useful. fishing bait. Oh, this probably ain't gonna be worth it. Oh, we found your chest. Oh, new dagger. Before they respawn in. I hate roads. We can sell that, I don't need that. Oh, actually, I'm using magic right now, so we'll slot that too. Oh, no. That's a world boss. We ain't messing with him. We're by ourselves. Ooh, nice. We got mushroom. heavy stack. 10 iron ore, nice. Bunch of fishing holes right there. Let's see what set this is. No set. This is why I wasn't getting on my horse. Oh, alright, there's gotta be a way around this. way shrine over here. There's the way shrine. Okay, what's this town got to offer? Oh, there's a stable.
I can't believe they want us to go
I can't
outside
believe
the
Lord
house
Vivek
to
wouldn't
find
see worshippers
Thea.
today.
He's a living god. I'm sure he was just busy.
We're gonna go
We
over
should have
here to the
waited
stable
longer.
I know.
and log out.
We're not getting any younger.
Well, I'll sell my stuff and then log out.
Can I help you?
Oh, I guess we'll keep it. I'll flay them up real quick. See, is there a bank? There's no bank. How much gold we got on us? And that'll be the end of the stream for today. So, guys, just subscribe and keep an eye out for the next one. It'll probably be a couple days or so. And then we'll get back on the stream here. Finish this quest and do some other quests.